I vacuumed everything, by the way.
Chat. The question of the day is, would Shaniqua treat you like this?
Bathroom. I vacuumed everything, by the way. Vacuum the floor. It was disgusting. It took like 3 times to vacuum your floors.
Alright, watch the Giants fold me. But no.
And then I folded all your stuff. I don't know.
She even folded the underwear.
I don't know where this goes, but here's your sweats from PJs. This is t-shirts, some socks, all shorts, more pants, all hoodies. And then you have shoes and
Red meat. Shit. Oh.
Would Shaniqua treat you like this, my nigga? You know what's the crazy thing, chat? Yeah, we finna get into some shit. Cancelable territory. But I don't give a fuck. Because this is why you can't make this shit up. I find myself to be very attracted to the snow. Y'all ever see them Christmas movies? When the motherfucker doing when the child hop on the snow, he start doing this, creating like a snowman on the snow. That's me. I love the snow. In New York, niggas will call me the snowman. No Yeezy. They would literally call me King of the North, just like Jon Snow from Game of Thrones. Because I was that nigga in regards of collecting the Infinity Stones of snow. It's facts. That's the motherfucking facts. So I find myself a lot of times, chat, asking motherfucking women, yo, chopping it up with them. I'm letting them know. They ask me, what's your type? You know, Latinas, African American women, etc., etc. They be like, yo, what's your type? I'm like, yo, I ain't gonna lie, I'm into like white women. Like, I love me some snow. Like, just because. No particular reasons. Is just that's what I'm attracted to right now. That's what I want right now. You know, in those periods of time when I was asked those questions, right? As of right now, I'm TBD to be determined with it. You know what I'm saying? But at those points in times when I was undergoing snow surgery, you know what I'm saying? Black, Latinas, and other races that weren't white will ask me like, yo, why do you like white women so much? I'm like, yo, it's my type. Everybody got a type. Like, you want a nigga that's 6'2", that's over 6 foot. You want a nigga that's making this amount of money. Why is me telling you I like white women making you feel some type of way? That's what it is, chat. These girls have a million expectations. Picky as hell. They want this, they want that, they want that. But they can't even comprehend when you let them know you like something, that you desire something. All of a sudden, there's something wrong with you. Because whatever you're saying is not feeding into her ideology, to whatever the fuck she wants. Yo, why do you like them? Nah, I think they cool. You know, I like them. They vibe, etc., etc. Like very conservative, family oriented, etc., etc. I'm like that too. Every black woman or Latina always hits me with you just want a weak woman. It's because you can't handle a strong woman like a black girl or a Latina. You want a weak woman. Always tarnishing and throwing shame on the white woman. So it's facts. Anybody that is of color that dabbles in the snow, that has ran across an African American Latina female, they all are accustomed to saying fuckery like that. Just because you don't want to indulge in any activities in regards of pursuing them or giving them whatever the fuck they want. That's a fact. I love when I go on these rants because I'm spitting game. I'm giving out the game. Game is to be sold and not told, but fuck it, I'm giving it out for free. Hear me out. Black women and Latinas think shit is cute when they can assault you, break your car, break your windows. And I'm not saying white women don't do it, of course, because there's always the exception. There's always, but the point is, we all know it's likely to happen by a Latina or a black girl because they live in that type of sense of entitlement in regards of. Yo, chat, I gotta down. You see what I'm saying? Like, I gotta walk a thin line. But I'ma still keep it up. So when you're dealing with African American ladies, Latina women, they fly off the handle more than you will want them to, or more than you would tolerate. You know what I'm saying? Like, white women, they're able to, don't get me wrong, they got their flaws too. Everybody got their flaws. Every race of women got their flaws. But what other women of other races don't understand is that us men, we value certain little things like this. In the Latina and then on the black community, they always talking about how good they suck cock, how good they can write dick, how good their pussy is. In reality, all that shit is cool. Oh, yeah, her pussy good, but after 2-3 weeks or a month of a nigga receiving the same pussy and and a nigga receiving throat from the same bitch, after a while, these are the things that actually matter. Like this.
I vacuumed everything, by the way. Vacuum floor is disgusting. It took like 3.
Things like this is what's actually important to a nigga. After putting in pain at work, coming home sweaty than a motherfucker, tired, fatigued, and you pull up to this.
Times to vacuum your floors.
All right, watch the time spoken, but no.
We value this shit more than anything else. That's a fact. Listen to this shit. Then the caption says, Shaniqua could never treat her black king like this. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. Is there a minority of black women, Latinas, that will do all of this shit? Yes. Is there a certain percentage that will do it, but then expect delusional, unrealistic expectations, which is the usual thing here in society in today's day? Facts. But then you got people that will do this shit genuinely, like they will do it genuinely to make sure they put a smile on your face. Simple shit like this is what niggas really love. Niggas cannot abandon this shit. Facts. A nigga is likely to remain faithful to you because of these things rather than the way you pop that pussy. Because the pussy is only valuable on the chase. After that, it just become on some like, yo, I'm a natural, I'm a man, testosterone flowing through my body, pause. Eventually, more than what niggas get hard, occasionally gotta release semen. That's just the facts. That's not necessarily a thing that make a nigga happy. That is just necessarily some shit that a nigga just want to do and get desperate to do, especially when he got a girl and he feeling like that. He feeling like he gotta bust a nut. But it's not actually what's putting a smile on the nigga face. Busting a nut never put a smile on the nigga face. It made the nigga feel good. It gave the nigga satisfaction. But it's not what it's actually putting a smile on the nigga face. I done ran through a lot of whores. Women, whatever you want to call them. Eventually, what ended up putting a smile on my face was the things that the female was doing for me. That's what ended up putting a smile in my face. What the girl was doing for me in regards to behavior, the way she was treating me, the way she was talking to me, the way she was caring for me, the way she was asking me, yo, did you eat yet, etc., etc. Those things was the things that made me value her more than just a regular, typical girl that I'm talking to, that I'm just beating her shit up. That's a fact. And that's the difference. And that's pretty much all I'm trying to break down here. When you got women like this, right? Yo, chat, that will do this type of shit. After a hard day of work, instead of coming home to a Shaniqua, to a Keisha, and her telling you or arguing with you and wanting to go back and forth like Serena and Venus in a tennis court, you start to be like, you know what? Man, fuck this bitch. I need me a white girl. That's not only gonna do this, but it's also gonna be a little more relatable and understandable of the fact that you're going, that when a nigga's going outside to the world, she knows a nigga's gonna be facing trials and tribulations and going through the worst. So when a nigga come home, she knows a nigga wanna come to this type of shit. And you know what the nigga said? She even folded the underwear. Listen to this shit, chat.
She even folded the underwear.
I don't know where this goes, but here's your sweats.
Is everything perfectly folded, chat? Of course not. Shit look a little sloppy, but it's the effort that counts. Us niggas, we value little shit like this. You probably just got home from work, putting in pain, put like 12-hour shift. Get to the crib, you got your girl doing this. Well, Shaniqua do that. I grew up in New York, nigga. My niggas I was fucking with African American women, they never said she was doing shit like this. They always talked about the fact, or the way she was blacking on them, or yelling and screaming, and her just trying to get her way majority of the time. Latinas included, of course. Some submission, poppy, daddy, all that other bullshit. Yes, that happens. When you busting the bitch, even a bitch I don't like you, if she let you fuck, she start screaming that shit. I mean, when you know the game, you know that shit don't mean nothing no more. When a girl start telling you, yo, daddy, poppy, all that other bullshit, that shit don't mean nothing. That man son when niggas was a cub, when niggas was a little cub. Now, that shit don't mean nothing. Facts. But this could be your girl right here. And that's how I promise you, when I tell these girls, Latinas and black girls, yo, that's what I like, they hit me with the, yo, you just want a weak woman. Every single time, it don't fail. You just want a weak woman that you can control, that you can manipulate, that she can do whatever the fuck she wants for you. No. It's likely that he's the one contributing to this house that they're living in. Us men, we're contributing. The house that you're living in, ours. Likely the possibility, of course, if y'all living together. The least you could do is play your role and do laundry, fold clothes, clean the crib, and make sandwiches. That's the least you could do. But you're in a bad mood, nigga come home. You can't put your pride aside. All you want to do is argue, go back and forth, vandalize niggas' vehicle and property, etc., etc. See it all the time on the tube. See it all the time on Google, on motherfucking Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, etc., etc. A Latina black girl getting mad. Now she want to put hands on you. Now she want to motherfucking destroy your property, the things that you all throw them in the trash, throw them in the pool, make sure that, you know what I'm saying? Like, shit like that, bro. That shit is not cute. That shit is not cool, bro. It's never been. It's never been. But that's the type of things that's the type of the surface that they operate on. A white girl is not the exception to the fact. White girl is very much possible of doing such things as well. And I'm pretty sure that she's probably done some things as well of the sort. But when we see in these things in regards to behavior and the way, like, you know, women carrying a lot of masculine energy and the way that they are moving into this society, we're seeing that more. Come on, bro. We've got to call it what it is. I lived in Montana for a few. I lived in New York, lived in Florida, been to other different states. The behavior is mostly being displayed by Latinas and black women. That's a fact. In regards of women slamming you out or women treating you poorly and wanting to argue with you and give you a hard path instead of making things easier for you like a white girl would. That's a fact. I'm talking about in regards of Latina and black women and white women. Of course, you got the Asians. You can throw the Asians in there. Asian women like Filipinas, girls from Vietnam, etc. That ain't lady boys, of course. I'm talking about real women, right? That are willing to do those things and submit and be submissive women and live in a feminine energy. Just like a nigga, especially a masculine man, wants them to. That's a fact. So you let me know.
Three times to vacuum your floor.
Look how excited she is to share the story with the nigga. Yo, 3 times, nigga. I have to do the shit 3 times. 3. Tell me a modern and Western woman that be talking like this, bro, off the cuff. You know what I'm saying? Like, this shit crazy, chat. Shit crazy. So now it's like when I talk about the snow bunny effect. Is a snow bunny likely to treat you better, make you better, empower you more than a Latina or black girl? Based on the 9 rings that I possess and all the badges of honor in regards of me being a general in this field, my nigga, I'll say yes. No hesitation. Are there some white girls that are full of shit? Of course. Of course. There's females in every race that are full of shit. But when we're seeing these trends, all this fuck shit going on, you know, you remember back then, about 4 years ago, the City Girls movement, all this other fuck shit has always been influenced by black women or women of color in regards of Latinas, etc., etc. Gotta call it what it is, bro. You gotta call it what it is. Eventually, it reaches to a point that white girls got black female friends, and then eventually it goes on to them. But it be secondhand contact. It be what do you call this shit again? Secondhand smoke. Smoke blowing pause. And then if you around that type of environment, you around the type of those type of people, you don't catch the smoke. But a white girl that's playing the farm and that's doing her thing, going to college, etc., and she not really hanging around the culture, she more than likely to be walking down a straight line and keeping a clean slate, at least for the most part. That's just the facts.